and welcome back to Bear's Reading Nook. I'm Kara, and today we're going to be doing a mid-year freakout tag. So, I've tried to film this 2 separate times, so that mixed with unintentional plans and personal life means that this is going up a little bit later than I intended, but let's freak out about books. So, the first question is, what is the best book that you've read so far this year? And for this one, I'm going to say My Brother's Husband. This is really adorable. I love it, and it just feels like a nice warm hug. It follows Mike as he goes to visit his brother-in-law after his husband passes away and kind of like learn about his husband's family. And it's really adorable, and it was a really fun read, and it kind of like opens up, at least for Yachi's character, thinking about how he views those in like the LGBTQ community, because Japan does not really have an openly like gay or LGBTQ culture, at least in the way that this book was presented. And so it was interesting to kind of like see him wrestle with what he was thinking and like various things as they relate to him and potentially in the future his daughter and stuff like that. And so it was fun to kind of see that. So yeah, definitely recommend this. So question number 2 is the best sequel that you've read so far this year. And for this one, I think I'm gonna go with Skyward Volume 2. So Skyward is a graphic novel series that basically kind of follows the idea of what if gravity was either turned off or turned very low, how would people adapt to that? And so the first book focuses on Lake City, whereas the second book focuses on kind of like travel outside the city, and so you see different parts of the world and how those things would potentially be different if that were to happen. And so it was cool to see like that different world building, and I really enjoyed that. Question number 3 is a new release you haven't read yet but you want to. And for this one, I picked Wings of Ebony. I picked this up in, I think, March, around my birthday time, and I haven't read it yet, but I really want to. It's also really gorgeous, and the way that the author has hyped this book, as well as other people as well, really makes me want to read this book, and I want to read it, and I hope to be able to read it soon. We'll see. Okay, so question number 4 is the most anticipated release for the second half of the year. I have 2 of these. The first one is For All Time, which seems to be like a reincarnation tragic romance type of thing, because basically the people end up meeting up, but then they both die, and then it kind of keeps happening. It sounds weird but interesting, and this is, I believe, supposed to be coming out September 28th. The other one is We Are Not Like Them, which I believe follows 2 women. One is black, one is white, and kind of like how they end up dealing with a tragic event that happens. And it sounds really interesting, and I'm excited to read it, but I feel like this will be a harder read. So we'll see how that goes. And this one, I believe, comes out October 5th of this year as well, and I'm excited to check both of them out. So yeah, we'll see how those are. Okay, most disappointing read. So for this one, it's gonna be Depression and Other Magic Tricks by, I believe, Sabrina Benham is the author. And basically, I'm not a fan of this one because I thought that it would be more like her poem Explaining My Depression to My Mother, which is really good, really well done. I really enjoyed that one. However, basically the rest, maybe aside from 2 to 3 other ones, were about unrequited love, which I wasn't a fan of and I didn't care about, so I really didn't enjoy that book. And I'm sad. The next question is, what is the biggest surprise? And for this one, I'm gonna have to go with Shortcake Cake. So basically, Shortcake Cake is a manga series that I randomly stumbled upon when I was at the library one time, and I picked it up thinking, you know, it's a slice of life, it'll be okay, but probably not a new favorite. Well, I have already read the first 3 volumes of this manga, and I already want to read more, and I am really enjoying it so far. Favorite new author, and this can be debut or new to me. Okay, so for new favorite author, I haven't read like multiple different like series from the author, but I've read 2 books that are kind of in the same like series by one author, and basically that is the Fair Isle series. I've read the first book as well as a novella from a different character's perspective, and I really enjoyed both of them, and I think that this author could be a new favorite, and they released a book within the past few months, I believe, that I already want to get. And that would be Tassanja Odette, and I'm really excited to kind of see what else she has out and read more of the Fair Isle series because I need that in my life right now. But yeah, I'm super excited to kind of check out more of what she has out. Okay, so the next question is newest fictional crush. I don't really tend to crush on fictional characters. However, if I had to pick, I would probably do, I've been saying it like Raikou, but I don't think that's right. He is one of the housemates in the boarding house in Shortcake Cake. And he's really sweet, really nice, and he's just great. And I like him a lot. He's great. So I guess if I had to choose, it'd be him, but in all honesty, no one. So for newest favorite character, I actually have 3, and that would be the kind of like family that is put together in the first volume of Spy Family. I just enjoyed all 3 of the different characters and all the secrets that they're keeping from each other, and kind of like their dynamic because they're so freaking cute. It's adorable. I love them. Okay, so next question is, what is book that made you cry? And for this one, I'm gonna do When Stars Are Scattered. I don't know if it actually made me cry, but it definitely made me feel things, and there are times where I got sad. And it is written by someone who grew up in a refugee camp for part of their life, and kind of like, talks about life in the refugee camp for him and his brother, and it is so good. It's written as a children's graphic novel, and it's really easy to read, and I really enjoyed isn't the right word, but I'm glad that I read it. And I thought it was really good and really well done. Okay, so for the next question of a book that made me happy, I'm going with Kuma 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 Bear, and this one is just a fun time, honestly. It follows 15-year-old video game addict Yuna, who ends up being transported into a video game world, and the only clothing that she has with her is this bear suit that she would never wear in real life, but is weirdly like overpowered, and yeah, it's fun, and I want to get back into this world and read the next volume. It's really good. I enjoyed it so much. So next question is, what is the most beautiful book that you've bought so far this year or received? And so this one is going to be a little bit of a stretch because I don't buy books often. And so this is actually a book that I'm borrowing from a friend, and that would actually be Snowcat Prince, which I'll put a picture up here. This one is just really gorgeous. I love the coloring, and it's a graphic novel. So not only does the art on the cover look good, but there's also a bunch of art like inside, because it's a graphic novel, that is also equally well done and so good. It's so good. The last question is, what books do you need to read by the end of the year? If nothing else, I at least want to be caught up on the Dream Defender series, because I'm on the book, the third book, and I'm still, I think, 30 pages in. Yeah, I'm still 30 pages into this book. So I would like to have this done, if nothing else. Yeah. So if I had to pick one book, it would be this one. So that is the mid-year book freakout tag. I hope you enjoyed this. If you guys did the tag, you can let me know down in the comments. I will also have linked 2 different videos that I watched and really enjoyed that were doing this tag as well. If you have any ideas for videos in the future, let me know that down in the comments, and I will see you guys next time in the Bear's Nook. Bye!